This is Ryan Fischer, a world-class athlete who has competed in CrossFit at the highest level. He's pushing the limits of human performance. Ryan has also helped hundreds of thousands of people online tone up and get shredded with his incredible fitness programs. Ryan is an absolute powerhouse, but today I'm taking him out of his comfort zone and into mine.
I'm a little bit nervous just because I haven't really swam with anyone who knows how to swim.
What's the furthest you've ever swum?
Probably 2 miles.
2 miles?
Yeah.
Like straight?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so I think what we're gonna do today is I wanna get you in the water. I wanna see what you look like, do a little assessment. We'll give you some technique. You'll watch yourself swim, and then we'll add in some resistance.
I don't know what that means, but I'm excited.
Perfect.
Am I good?
Before we get started, this isn't gonna work. So instead, I got you something a little bit special.
Huh. I wonder how people in Dubai are gonna feel about this one. And I don't mean the stars and stripes.
Yeah. Let's go.
Let's do it. I feel quite scandalous.
Dude, it looks good. Press that on your forehead. Woo!
Damn, that was really legit.
Okay, so first thing we're gonna do, you're just gonna hop in. I want you to go one length. We're just gonna assess what you look like. Don't try and go fast. Just nice, easy front crawl swim. All right, first 50 down. How we feeling?
50 is a long way. I could tell immediately, I was like, this is not ending as fast as I'm used to.
Well, I do like how you were fearless. You dove in. I didn't expect you to dive in. And then your mechanics are actually workable. We have something to work with. Water is 800 times more dense than air. So reducing resistance is how you get faster.
Okay, so smaller glutes.
Smaller glutes, I love it. So actually, I'm gonna teach you streamline. Streamline. Hold it, and you're gonna see its flexibility. You got a lot of muscle.
Yeah.
We gotta stretch you out more. So in swimming, your goal is to increase your length, kind of like a speedboat. The longer and more narrow you are, the better. So here's how it is. We're going. Swimming and streamline, it's like a plank. You're engaged, your core is engaged. You're not like flexing, you're tight, and you want to maintain that from your fingertips all the way from the
Feet together and maybe toes pointed.
Toes pointed, exactly. So you want to decrease drag, you want to be as narrow as possible. And now this one, I'm gonna show you the difference. When you go completely underwater, it's actually even faster like a torpedo. So I'm gonna go underwater.
Okay, you can really see the difference underwater. It makes a big difference.
Oh, you gotta be tighter, you gotta be tighter. Woo, another 50 down. How we feeling?
Feeling pretty good. Feeling a little bit better than the first 50, but that's expected, I would assume. It's my second lap.
How many strokes did you take?
I got to about 26 before I completely blacked out and have no idea.
Did that happen about halfway?
I would say so.
Okay, so we're gonna do this 50 again. I want you to mentally make sure you count how many strokes you take.
It's very hard to count.
The reason why we count the strokes is because that's our baseline for efficiency.
Yeah.
So it's like our kind of like fuel economy in a car. We want to know exactly how many strokes you take, and then you can match that with your speed, and then that's how we get faster. So let's try it again. He's really working his legs, and his tempo is a little bit too high. So one of the things that we're gonna work on is decreasing that tempo and really maximizing his distance per stroke. I do like his head position. He could probably get his head down a little bit more, and he's definitely in rhythm right now. You can tell he's an athlete because he's able to just charge all the way through. Most people would completely fall apart by the end of the 50. He's able to maintain his intensity. He is slowing down by the end of the 50, but he is able to maintain everything pretty solid actually, considering the fact that he's not swimming regularly. How many strokes do we take?
I got 49.
We want to get you down to like 40. So how do you think you're going to get from 50 to 40?
I'm gonna assume more reaching. And then more gliding.
Yeah, exactly. So you want to drive more rotation. It'll increase your stroke length. So instead of, okay, hand is in the water, I pull, it's hand is in the water, extend, get your whole body rotating. You keep your head down, your whole body's rotating, and then you initiate the catch. And I'm actually going to tell you to turn off your legs a little bit. You're kicking way too much. Now, in order to do that, we're actually going to film you underwater. We'll go on the computer. We'll look at it real quick, then you can see what you're doing, and then we'll hop back in. So let's take a look at your swimming.
Oh, I see all the legs now.
The legs, yeah. But first of all, I want to point out what you're doing really well. Your head position is great. Your eyes are looking down, right on point. Your hand position right now is good in that it's right in front of your shoulder. But at this point right here, you gotta reach more. So your fingertips should drive another foot in front before you start to pull. So immediately you start pulling, it's you kind of reach a little bit actually. It's not that bad. You want to get more of a reach. And then when we talk about propulsion, you see how your arm is straight?
Yeah.
you actually want to have a bent elbow, because what that's going to do is, it's called an early vertical forearm. You're going to increase the surface area. But that happens immediately. Like your fingertips are reaching, and then your fingertips drive down. And see, like what you're doing is so this is like you're using your lats a lot. You're kind of just like doing like a straight arm pull. Instead, you want to pop here, and then you get the lat engaged. And you can see your legs are really aggressive. And then even the second one, I asked you to stop kicking. It's body position. We don't want to. Here, watch what happens. Now your legs are dragging behind you. Yeah. So it's trying to find the balance.
I'm not kicking them as much, so now they're just like falling.
Yeah, I would say despite your, like how muscular you are and stuff, your body position is pretty good. It's not like your muscles making you sink or anything. But one thing you can notice is the pull. That's the elbow needs to pop up. Head position is great. Rotation, it needs to also come from the hips. So at this point here, get your fingertips to reach, and then pop the elbow up. You see how right now your elbow is before your hand?
Yeah.
It should be, so it pops the other way. Does this look like you thought it would look, or better, worse, different?
The other one looks worse, but my legs aren't really.
Because you were dragging your leg. Yeah.
But this one doesn't look too bad.
Yeah, so you want to find the balance where your legs are there for stability. On this one, when I had you completely shut them out, this is obviously too extreme. So the more important thing is to focus on the reach and then the propulsion with your early vertical forearm. So yeah, this one, you're gonna go at 50. You're gonna breathe every 2 strokes. Really focus on that arm extension out here. Drive those fingers. And don't worry about counting how many strokes you take, but I am gonna time it, but you're not going fast. This one, you're just cruising. And he's off. First 5 meters, looking smooth. Oh, he's really extended. Yeah, there it is. Breathe. He's not breathing enough. He's breathing every 3. Come on, breathe every 2. He's gotta find the dominant side. Okay, he's still breathing every 3. You can tell the brain is definitely firing. Okay. Yeah, he's trying to breathe every 3, but he's so used to it. Breathe. You can actually see he sinks a little bit when he takes the breath, but because he's in such good shape, he's able to maintain for the whole 50, pretty similar stroke pattern. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to talk about breathing. But the time looks pretty good. He's gonna come in under a minute, no problem. Let's see what the final time is gonna be. Into the wall. 52 seconds. Okay, how'd the stroke feel?
The exact same.
You're breathing though, you looked like you were still breathing every 3.
Maybe even every like 5 or 6 sometimes. I just can't think about more than one thing at a time.
Okay, so on this one, let's just go 15 meters. Yeah, I'm gonna force you to breathe every 2. That's the only thing that matters. Okay. Breathe. Breathe. Good. Look at him go. Yes. Now he's a swimmer. Yes. You know, it's so difficult to find the rhythm when you're thinking about your body position, your breathing, your distance per stroke, your pulling pattern. There's just so much going on. Okay, now that we got some foundations of technique, we're gonna add some resistance on your feet. So these are called drag socks. So what we're actually gonna do is you're gonna put one on each foot. Go ahead and put one on each foot. So it's really, you're gonna have to focus on getting a nice strong pull because it's gonna really activate even more swimming muscles in your lats. Okay, so how does it feel swimming with the drag socks?
I liked it when I swam slow because I could really concentrate on the pull, but when I swam fast, it kind of
messed everything up.
Didn't feel as good. I think it just put my legs in a position where it made me think less about all the things that were happening. I think maybe when I kick my legs too much, it actually makes me more overwhelmed.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I think.
Now we're actually gonna use the parachute, which is gonna create resistance equally through your entire body. That was really good.
It actually just felt better and better and better.
You actually looked really solid. I want you to do it again, like without stopping with 25 meters. Okay. Like the full thing, and now you're gonna have to breathe. I hear the breathing's a little bit heavier.
Yeah, that one was did a few more on that one, so.
Yeah, you know, because of your, so normally when we use these, it's really based on your strength in the water and how like much size you have. So like some people a lot bigger than you would actually get pretty wiped out from this, but I think you have so much strength, you could actually use a bigger parachute and probably multiple. Now, take off the parachute. We're gonna add some fins, which is gonna give you propulsion and resistance. So you're actually gonna swim faster now. Okay, so now we're gonna have Ryan do a 50-meter swim with the fins on, and I want you to build the whole 50. So you're gonna start out nice and cruise and get faster and faster, just kind of get used to the fins. Now what's gonna happen is you're gonna feel kind of weird because you just took off all that resistance, but start out easy, build all the way through to some good powerful strokes at the end. Torpedo is off. Wow, look at that stroke. Big distance per stroke, big distance per stroke. Let's see what he's got. Okay. Look at him. He looks good. He looks good. He looks like he's been swimming. I love how his head position is down. A lot of time people, when they put on fins, they start to look right at the wall. Guys, don't worry, the wall's not going anywhere. Look at that, he's building. Oh man, he's got some speed. He's got some speed. Look at him go. Wow, 36.1, that's pretty solid. I think if you went for it, I think you could go sub 30.
Is that fast?
Yes, that's like a big bench. Now you have fins on, but that's like a big benchmark for a lot of people. It's like going under 30 is like a pinnacle moment, for, especially in a 50-meter pool. You want to go for it?
Up to you.
I think you should go for it. I think you should. I want to see a sub 30. All right, we're gonna test Ryan's 50 freestyle max speed. He's got the fins on. Here we go. And he's off. Come on, baby. Kick. Look at him go. His body position is so much higher right now. Oh, you can tell he's flying. Look at that. He's got to sneak in the breaths. That's one. Let's see if he can hold his pace together. He's going to feel the burn at about 35 meters, but he looks good so far. Finish. He's a little slow on the breakout. I don't know if that's going to cost him for the sub 30. Coming into the wall. It's going to be a nail biter if he can get under. It's going to be a nail biter if he can get under. Can he do it? Oh, 30.1. Woo, so close.
Swimming is not about raw power. It's all about technique and consistency. Remember, the water is 800 times more dense than air. So just like any other sport or activity, you've got to put in the reps, work on your efficiency, and if you can do that consistently over time, you're going to see the progress. I know that if Ryan were to commit to swimming and do it every single day with the same level of intensity and focus as he's done in his other pursuits of fitness, I know he'll be a rock star swimmer. If you want to take your own swimming to the next level, then you've got to work with an expert coach to help you reach your goals and see exactly where you need to improve your technique. This is exactly what we do in our VIP coaching program. So if you want to check that out, make sure you apply at the link in the description.
Ready, set, hook. Woo, first swim workout, how we feeling?
Feel pretty good. Definitely swam a lot more than I thought I was going to swim.
What was the biggest thing that you took away from the commentary I gave you?
That like motion.
The early vertical forearm.
I'm calling it the scoop, but
the scoop, yes.
What do you like to call it?
It's called early vertical forearm.
Early vertical forearm.
EVF for sure.
Okay,
yeah.
right on.
And that's really what separates the levels of swimming, is how good you can get into the scoop, as you call it. Because a lot of people, they might have a lot of like strength and flexibility out of the water, but if you can't leverage it, then it doesn't really matter how strong you are. So you really want to make sure you can leverage. That's why with the parachute and the socks, you probably felt better.
I like the parachute.
Because you started to leverage your own strength, and then you can start to work on things a little bit more fine-tuned. What do you think the biggest difference is between like swimming and out of water training?
I feel like there's not as much to think about with like a consequence. If you don't breathe, you die. But if you like don't do a certain thing while you're training, then maybe you go a little bit slower, you're a little bit weaker or whatever, but like the breathing just feels so much more important.
Yeah. You can get someone to spot for you when you're maxing out on something and you can't do that in the water.
Consequences feel less.
Swimming is an entirely different beast. Even for elite athletes like Ryan, it's not just about strength or endurance, it's about mastering the water. It challenges your coordination, breath control, and efficiency in no other way a sport can do. It's a very humbling experience, even if you're in the most incredible shape.
All right, so how does someone get as shredded as you?
You make sure you go to the gym with purpose. I think most people go to the gym and they just kind of like work out kind of go through the motions, but like actually understanding like what you should be doing in the gym makes the biggest difference. Just kind of like what it's probably like to know what you should be doing in the pool.
Yeah, exactly. And how much value is there, not just strength, but like nutrition and other stuff?
Nutrition is huge, obviously. Everyone always says it's like 80% nutrition, 20% training. I like to call it 100% living like you give a damn. So everything that you do has a purpose. Your training and your nutrition should all have a purpose. Training, nutrition with purpose behind it. And then also I have programs and nutrition programs and coaching and all sorts of different things that you guys can use at your disposal depending on how much help you want.
Cool. So you guys should definitely check out Ryan's YouTube channel. If you want to get shredded, if you want to get fit and do it with purpose, we'll see you over there.
Damn straight.